I've actually never told anybody that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Sydney, and in today's video I'm gonna be talking about something that's very important and a serious matter. It's about mental health awareness. And if you guys don't know, the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so this year is actually the 70th year anniversary. And I just wanted to shed a light on this topic and share my story of my mental health struggles. I actually was diagnosed with postpartum depression and anxiety when the boys, first of all, if you guys don't know, or if this is your first time watching any of my videos, I am a mom of 2-year-old twin boys, and I was a new mom and they were my first babies, so you can imagine how much of a life change that was for me. And I'm so blessed to have had them, and having kids is such a blessing. But with all that change, obviously, you know, my life literally changed, and I didn't know the signs. I didn't know I had it until I was about maybe 9 months postpartum. So I had no idea, and I wanna, if any of you moms that are new moms, or maybe you're almost gonna be a new mom, or even if you're a mom already and don't know if you have postpartum depression or anxiety, I want to shed a light and tell you that you're not alone, and maybe give you some signs and symptoms that I actually had, and I knew something was wrong with me and that I needed to get help and see if what I was feeling was normal. Mental health is something that's very real and that should be taken serious, and I think as of recently, maybe the past decade or so, they've done a lot to improve that the stigma of, you know, mental health is just in our heads, and that we just gotta get over it, you know, you're just overthinking, or just comments like that really do not help anybody, does not help the person that's feeling these things, because anxiety and depression, you don't even know that you're feeling it, or that, you know, your friend may be feeling it, your sister, your mom, somebody close to you may be feeling these things, and by you saying comments like, oh, it's just in your head, or oh, just shrug it off, it'll get better. It's good to know and to be aware that this is actually an illness, and it's something that, gosh, I don't know why I'm getting all like sentimental, but it's something that's real, and that you should be taken very seriously, because you don't know who this is affecting. And it's just good to reach out to the new moms. Sorry, I did not expect tears, but it's just something that's very personal to me, and I am pretty much putting myself out there, and it's a little scary, but I want to be able to help you guys in some way or another, and to let you know that you're not alone and we can get through this, because motherhood is such a blessing, but it also changes our whole world, and you know, we deserve to be happy too, and to be enjoying this time with our kids and our family. So anyways, I'm gonna go into detail about the symptoms and signs of postpartum depression and anxiety, and also I'm gonna explain to you guys what I was feeling, because I wasn't feeling everything that it describes, and when I knew it was time for me to get help. And then I'm gonna be talking about what I did to get help, and how I'm gonna talk about how I got better and how I coped with having postpartum depression and anxiety. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So on postpartum.net, postpartum anxiety, approximately 6% of pregnant women and 10% of postpartum women develop anxiety. It says sometimes they experience anxiety alone, and sometimes they experience it in addition to depression. So I had anxiety and depression. So the symptoms of anxiety during pregnancy or postpartum might include constant worry, feeling that something bad is going to happen, racing thoughts, disturbances of sleep and appetite, inability to sit still, physical symptoms like dizziness, hot flashes, and nausea. So postpartum depression, approximately 15% of women experience significant depression following childbirth. The percentages are even higher for women who are also dealing with poverty, and can be twice as high for teen parents. So the symptoms of postpartum depression include, they differ for everyone, and they might include feelings of anger or irritability, lack of interest in the baby, appetite and sleep disturbances, crying and sadness, feelings of guilt, shame or hopelessness, loss of interest, joy or pleasure in things you used to enjoy, possible thoughts of harming the baby or yourself. So those were all of the symptoms for postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety. So there's a lot of risk factors that go into play for postpartum depression and anxiety, but I'm not gonna name all of those. So as a new mom, and having delivered 2 babies, that causes a lot of extra hormones and chemical imbalances, and that definitely affected me a lot. So so my symptoms that I experienced, I honestly don't remember the first 3 or 4 months with my babies and how I felt. I honestly, it was just like a constant cycle of feeding them, sleeping with them, and just repeat on and on. And I don't think I was productive at all with them. Obviously, with having 2 newborn babies, I didn't have any time for myself. So I don't know when I started feeling this, but I believe it was maybe once I got the hang of it a little more. They were a baby, maybe around 5 months or 6 months, I started feeling some symptoms. Sorry about, I don't know if you can hear my boys, but they just woke up from their nap, and I'm gonna try to hurry up so you guys can't hear and so I can go get them. But anyways, so the symptoms and signs that I had and I experienced was excessive worrying about pretty much anything and everything. I was really restless and probably had insomnia. I wasn't able to sleep at night, kept waking up, tingling sensations on my extremities, like my hands and my feet, and sometimes on my face, thinking something bad was going to happen either to me or my babies. I would just think that we do have 2-story apartments, and I remember I would constantly think like, oh, what if I fall down with them, or and something, fall down the stairs and I hurt them, we get hurt, or if I fall down the stairs, and who's gonna watch them, because I am a stay-at-home mom. So I knew thinking of those thoughts was not normal. I know as a new parent, we obviously worry because we're taking care of a new life and they're literally our responsibility. So obviously you're gonna experience some thoughts of, worry, but if it's excessive, like it consumes your thoughts. Another example I remember is I was terrified of driving on the highway with my boys. I remember one of my friends, I would drive, she lived maybe like 15 minutes away, and we would kind of have play dates, and I would get on the highway and I was so anxious. And sometimes I feel like that anxiousness made me overthink if I was driving good, or if, maybe if the other car was driving good, or things like that. And it was just so nerve-wracking to get on the highway at all. So I knew that wasn't normal. I think I actually had a panic attack when I was driving, because I think I almost hit another car, or another car almost hit me. And so yeah, that was one example of just excessive overthinking and anxiousness. I did experience panic attacks. I had tightness on my chest, and I didn't know those were panic attacks. I recently looked it up, and those the tightness on my chest was actually a panic attack. I felt like it just was never gonna go away, and I just felt like a huge knot in my chest, and I just don't know how to explain that. So I was experiencing that tightness on my chest maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and I remember just sobbing to my husband and telling him like that I felt hopeless, and this feeling was just consuming me and making me feel like I wasn't gonna get better, and I wanted to get better. I also did feel lightheaded and nausea from time to time. I also was feeling hopeless and like I wasn't good enough to be a mom. Like my kids deserved a better mom. I never thought about hurting my boys ever, but I honestly have I did think about hurting myself, but I never ever attempted anything. But those were thoughts that really scared me, and I knew I needed to get help because so I've actually never told my husband that. I've actually never told anybody that, and it's kind of scary to say out loud that I actually thought about hurting myself, but I never actually attempted anything. They were just thoughts, and that's what really scared me. And I knew I needed help because I knew I was doing the best I could, and those were just the feelings I was feeling. And by just getting help, you're gonna feel 100 times better, and you're gonna feel like you're not alone and that this is normal. So if you ever have any of those signs or symptoms, please go get help and talk to somebody close to you, a family member, your spouse, somebody that that can support you and guide you in the right direction. Because if you just keep everything bottled in, it's not gonna help you out. You're just gonna feel consumed with these feelings and feel like there's no way out, because there is, I promise you. Next thing I want to talk about is how I coped with these feelings and how I coped with my depression and my anxiety. So the first thing I did schedule an appointment with my doctor, and she did an assessment on me, and it turned out my doctor diagnosed me with major depressive disorder and moderate also anxiety disorder. She advised me to get on medication, and I was very hesitant at first because I just didn't want to depend on medication, but I knew there was something I had to do in order to stop feeling this way and stop, in order to get better so I can take care of my kids and to take care of myself, because I knew I needed to get better. So she actually prescribed me a medication called citalopram. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And it was a 20 milligram tablet, and I had to take 1 tablet by mouth daily. And it was actually, I think it's also called Celexa. So I was very hesitant to take these, but like I mentioned, but I decided to just go for it and see if I felt better or if it made a difference. And I think I did begin taking it, and after maybe 6 weeks later I had a follow-up with my doctor, and I felt like a completely new person. I felt so much more confident in myself, and as a mother I wasn't experiencing as many anxious thoughts and hopelessness. So I was beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And the only downside of taking medication, citalopram or any depressive medication, is sometimes side effects. Yeah, that's how I got help, and I did eventually stop taking it maybe 5 months afterwards because I was experiencing some side effects that I couldn't handle and were kind of bothering me in my day-to-day life. I was experiencing cold symptoms all the time. I had a constant cold and some spasms all over my body. So I didn't think it was worth it, and I was definitely at a better place at that time and made the decision to wean off of the medication, and I've been off of it ever since. And I honestly feel like every parent has their good days and their bad days, so I definitely still have my bad days, but I have a lot more good days. I don't overthink things. I'm not as anxious on a day-to-day basis, and I think that's definitely a good thing. So that's a route you guys can go if you're experiencing that. Medication is scary, but if you feel like there's no other option, definitely consider it, because it did wonders for me, and I don't know how I would have been without it. Another way you can get help is to, talk to your family or to your friends, close friends, and people that can support you. If somebody offers to help you with your baby, say yes. If somebody wants to bring you food, say yes. Don't say no. Just people are offering help, so take it. And that's something that was really hard for me. And if people are offering, it's because they want to. So definitely take the help when it's offered. Talk to your doctor, to your gynecologist, and schedule an appointment. Maybe join mommy support groups or see a therapist. Talk to mommy support groups that are, dealing through the same thing. Maybe you'll meet a group of women that are experiencing the same thing, so you'll have somebody that you can relate to, and have other moms that are there to support you as well. Also, something that really helped me out, and I've noticed a huge difference, is that I found something for myself and something that I could do other than being a mom. Of course, I found YouTube as an outlet to express myself and be creative and something that's for me. And whatever it may be, just go for it. Whether it's an extracurricular activity, something that you truly love, then go for it. And I feel like it's honestly made me a much happier person, and it's something I look forward to doing, and I enjoy doing this. I enjoy maybe motivating you guys. If you guys like cleaning videos, I hope I motivate you. Or if you guys like sit down mommy videos, I hope I can help you in some way or form. And I'm so happy I found YouTube as an outlet for myself, because I just love it. That's pretty much all I wanted to get across, is that if you're feeling some of these symptoms, go get help, and you're not alone. You're not the only one that's feeling these things, and just know that there is a way out. Motherhood is such a blessing, and we need to be able to enjoy it, truly enjoy it, and we can't do that without making sure we're okay first. And I hope that this was helpful in some way to you guys. And mental health is so important, and I hope that people educate themselves more about it and reach out to people more frequently. If you have lost touch with somebody, reach out and see how they're doing. Or you might make their day, and you don't know what people are dealing with in their personal lives. So yeah, just say hello, and maybe give a new mom go stop by and give them some lunch or dinner, and offer to help them out with cleaning their house, or maybe watching their baby for an hour or two, or watching their baby while they shower. Who knows? Because I know that will make a huge difference. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that this shed a light on mental health awareness, and that it is something that is very real, and that we need to be aware of and be educated on. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Also, I would love it if you guys would subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I do motherhood videos, lifestyle, cleaning motivation. Yeah, comment down below if this was at all helpful for you, or if you know somebody that is dealing with it. Please make sure to share this video to those that you feel would need it. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.